It feels like forever that I have filmed a full get ready with me kind of thing with a whole bunch of new products, and I have some life update things and a little announcement to make at the end of this video, so let's get into it. All right, let's start with some color corrector. I'm just going to use Clinique's Even Better color corrector in the color Peach. We are going to use a new product. It's from Revlon, and it's called their Jelly Makeup Blender. Now, I will just tell you right now, I'm very skeptical. I kind of feel like brands sometimes just come out with new things for the sake of coming out with new things. Like, do we really need this? But I could be completely wrong. As you can see, I've never used it. Okay, so it's the dual-ended Jelly Makeup Blender. So we've got the big side here. It's very squishy. And the smaller side here. Very jelly-like. Use the fine precision tip to conceal and blur imperfections on smaller areas and creases. For the big side, I guess it's supposed to do like you could do cream blush, which I'm not doing today. I'm going to use it just for this area. They say it's more sanitary because you can just wipe this off, but let's just try this. It just seems strange. It also says it will not absorb makeup as much because obviously it's just a jelly thing. I feel like all it did is push it around, but didn't necessarily get into my, I mean, it's immediately creasing. I don't know. So far not impressed, but maybe my face is just doing a weird thing. I swear, I went away to a family reunion, I'll talk about that in a second, and I cannot find any of my makeup brushes. I think I must have left them in some kind of compartment in my luggage, and I can't find it. Okay, it's already looking better. I didn't like it for concealer. We will revisit that. The other thing I'm going to use is this. This is such a unique thing. It's from Real Techniques, and it is their Makeup Saver Sponge. So this is supposed to not absorb products so easily. The back side of it is like a normal sponge, but you're not supposed to wet this. And the front side of it, it kind of looks like a fingerprint. Obviously you can do it this way, you can do it that way. So you're supposed to use this to blend out your makeup, and then in the end you can use this side, still dry, and blend it out even more. The foundation I'm going to use is new as well, and it is from Makeup Revolution, and it is their Skin Silk Serum Foundation. I got it in the color F7. It's a hyaluronic and peptide complex, so this is supposed to make your skin better the longer you use it. It has a radiant skin finish, which I'm not sure if I'm going to like the radiance part. It says it's a light to medium coverage, and it comes in 20 shades. So I'm going to use this on one side, and then I'm going to use a brush on the other side. Color is a little light. I am tanned, and it's summer, so you know how that goes. It sounds weird. Do you guys hear that? I feel like it has a little bit of fragrance added to it, but it's not strong at all. Like, it's almost not detectable, but I was able to detect it, so well, I guess the color's not so bad. Okay, you barely can even tell I did anything on the sponge. Definitely light to medium coverage. I would say more light right now. I used that amount, so it definitely didn't use a ton. It is, like they said, very light. Like, I cannot feel this on my face. So good for those hot months. So I'm gonna just stipple this in. I will say right now, I'm not really loving how it looks on my skin from farther away. But I also don't feel like you can tell right away. I mean, sometimes you can, but I don't. There are ones that I've used a few times and then fell in love with it later. I'm just gonna go over this side once, just nothing more, just kind of blending everything out, because it's not fair that this one, it's not fair. This one was just done. I wanna give it its fair shot. And then it does say to turn it over and blend it a little bit more. So I'm gonna do it that way. At this point, I don't think I really like the foundation too much. It's almost too light. I don't know. I'm gonna do a second coat. It's kind of bringing out all my pores and imperfections. So I'm not loving that. All right, while I blend this, I went on a family reunion. Like I said, it was fun. My sister lives in Wisconsin, and my mom lives in a nursing home near my sister. And my brother had an idea of us all going up to Wisconsin, all of her children, there's 4 of us, and bringing as many of our family as we can, like our children, grandchildren for those of us who have it, and having a family reunion. We were able to get a good number of us. I think there were 18 total. There's way more than that. Well, not way. Well, yeah, pretty decent amount more than that. But she did have all of her children. So my 2 sisters and my brother and myself. I am the youngest. It was really fun to be together. We went bike riding. That was fun.
Hey, Theo. No, you're Ash. Oh, hi, Asher.
We had a barbecue at the nursing home. They allowed us to have this barbecue right at the front of the nursing home. There's a gazebo, and we brought all the paraphernalia and stuff. It was so much fun to have my mom to be able to be there. My niece just had twins, so it was so much fun to see the twins. Both of my children were not able to come. So that was kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. We knew that we all weren't going to be able to get together, but it was just a lot of fun. I don't think it's my favorite. It's gathering in my fine lines. These are wrinkles. They're gathering in my forehead wrinkles pretty substantial on both sides, and that's the foundation itself. Let's see how it dries down, see if I like it in the end. A lot of foundation still is on here, so obviously it doesn't absorb it. So that's interesting. Do I feel like this is revolutionary? I can't tell by this first pass. I feel like that's not fair to it. I will continue using this to see if I like it in the end. Like, does it work with other foundations that are better, thicker foundations? Obviously it's a thin foundation, so we'll see. I will follow up in a speed review. Okay, I did my brows off camera. I have nothing new for that. I do have a new brow gel, but I do that later. We'll get back to that. I'm gonna put a little bit of powder on, and I'm trying a new powder from the brand called Jouer. Jouer, I think is how you say it. I've never purchased anything. They're definitely a high-end brand, but this interested me because it's called their Soft Focus Pressed Setting Powder. Very nice packaging. It should be for how much this thing cost. It was $31. Yes, $31. I actually got it on Amazon because Jouer sells on Amazon. I got it in translucent. The thing that interested me is that it says it's like an instant blurring filter, demi-matte, hydrates. So to me, powder and hydrating, is that called an oxymoron where they don't go together? So it hydrates and perfects for a magically flawless finish. Never drying, and it's always gorgeous. It comes in 7 different shades. I've used this a couple times. Honestly, the big test for this will be in the winter when I'm dry to see if it really does work with dry skin, because it says it hydrates. So that's just so intriguing to me. I mean, so far I do think it's decent. I've used, like I said, I've used it a couple times. Am I blown away by it? I don't think I'm blown away by it, but again, let's just see how it does this winter. So definitely I will follow up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my face because my blush, I'm not gonna use a bronzer today, but my blush is a powder. All right, some thoughts on the foundation. I am getting the polka dot effect. I'm getting it settling in on my pores. Some of that is because it's too light of a color for me, but some of that is it is settling in on pores, and I never like that. So I don't know if maybe using a primer before, I always don't use a primer the first time, so I will play with it again to see if it works better. I do have another new product. It is from ULTAbeauty. It is their Brow Lift Laminating Gel. So laminating means it's supposed to make your brows stick closer to your face. For those of you who do not have an issue, this is going to seem weird to you that you want to laminate your brows. Those of us who have brows that love to just stick right off of your face, you want to actually laminate them down. So this is a unique brush. The brush is shaped flat on one side and then bristles and different length of bristles. All right, you're supposed to use the longer bristled side of the wand to comb product through clean, dry brows. Next, use the short bristled tip to shape. So the longer is definitely at the tip part right here. So I'm going to use this to, I need to see up close, comb the product through. I definitely can see it, but it's not clumping. Of course, it's also brand new. Use the short bristled tip to shape. I kind of don't feel like I need to shape too much, but I feel like the long did that. And then you're supposed to take the flat side here with no bristles to basically push them down, but it feels like it's depositing a lot more product when I'm doing that. Oh, now I don't like it. I kind of liked it better without that. And now I feel like I got stuff everywhere. Can you guys see that? It's kind of shiny. Hopefully that dries down. Not shiny, because I don't want shiny brows. I mean, I see the concept. It's supposed to push it down, but I actually think that would have been better at the beginning. I also feel like it's moving the brow powder, or I used a pencil underneath it. I'm not liking it. I'm going to use just a clean spoolie to kind of take off some of it. Yeah, I feel like it took off product. I mean, my brows are not cooperating today. Do you guys see it's all muddled here now? And yeah, it looks like I didn't put brow product right there. And that I do have some hairs there, so I do put brow products there. So, okay, not happy about that. And it wasn't doing that before I did the flat side. So I'm kind of like, maybe this would work better without doing the flat side. Again, we'll follow up in a speed review, definitely. But we'll also see if, does it laminate it? Because right now, I don't know if you guys can see it. I wouldn't call that laminated. I'll show you this side. I wouldn't call it, I mean, it's still sticking off my face. It's not sticking out, so that's acceptable to me. That's fine. Okay, I did curl my lashes. We're gonna use a new mascara. This is from Makeup Revolution again. 5D Lash Waterproof Mascara. Very large brush. Like, it's very long. This part is really long. Hope this works well. Okay, I wouldn't say it's clumping at all. Okay, the first coat is okay. I wouldn't say it's jaw dropping or 5D. All right, actually, I kind of like that. All right, it says it's waterproof, sweat-proof, tear-proof, life-proof. It lifts, taking lashes to new heights. I would say I've got pretty long lashes. I mean, those are pretty, if you guys can see them, those are pretty, I would say they're okay. It also says it will hydrate because it has hyaluronic acid in it. I swear hyaluronic acid is in everything. So far, I like it. Man, I really hate my eyebrows now. They're so bad. Look at how bad. Oh. Okay, I'm going to try putting a little bit of powder on over that just to make it look like I have brows there. Do y'all see how bad that looks? I just don't like that. Just a little bit. It just looks too thick now too, and oh, I don't like it. And I feel like it actually went down. Yes. Okay, this stuff's abysmal. Let me show you close up. Do you guys see how it all is drooping down right there? My lashes should go up, but now it's stiff and crunchy. Can you hear it? Oh my goodness. So that's just, okay. I'm sorry, ULTAbeauty. This is a train wreck. I do not like this at all. The foundation doesn't feel like it's drying down very much. Like, it feels sticky, and I even put powder on it. I mean, is it the powder or is it the foundation? I don't know. I do think I'm going to put a little bit more on though, because I'm putting on a powder blush. and I don't want that to stick. So far, sadly, I'm not all that thrilled with everything except the mascara. I just don't feel like my skin looks nice. I feel like it looks blotchy around my nose. I don't think it's this that did it, because the brush side doesn't look any better in my opinion. Maybe a tiny bit better. That's why I need to use this again. We are going to go in with a new blush. I don't know if this is actually new on the market. Anyways, this is from Wet n Wild. Very affordable, and it is in the color Naked Brown. I kind of love a blush that has a bit of brown in it. To me, when it's got this brown, I don't necessarily feel like I need to use a bronzer with it. Let's just swatch it a little bit on my hand. Okay, I got a cut there. When did I do that? Okay, so that's a pretty color that I like. I'm gonna use a Revlon number 4 brush. I love this for powder blush. Oh, okay, that I like. That is a beautiful color. That is literally the color I like. It is grabbing a hold a little bit, but I also think that's my foundation underneath. And Wet n Wild is so affordable. Okay, I went a little heavy-handed on that side. So I'm just gonna blend it out with this brush. So I don't wanna use the same brush because then I'll put more on. I mean, this is my skin. That's my own skin's discoloration coming out. That's not the blushiness. That's not the blotchiness of the blush. Ooh, that's hard to say. That's definitely my skin. But that is, look at that. It's just such a, I love this color. I hope it lasts all day. Oh, I hope it does. That one we have a winner. That's funny because that's like the cheapest thing in this entire lineup. Okay, for lipstick, I have a treat. I saw it on Instagram, totally fell for it, kinda. I actually wanted to review it for you guys. This is from a company called HIGHR, and it's the High 5. HIGHR is organic and plant-derived ingredients. So they blend organic raw materials with plant-based innovation for 99% natural origin lipstick. They say that it will moisturize your lips for over 24 hours even after you have removed it. Now, I did not get their actual lipstick in the tube, but what I got was their like sample kit. Just, it's kind of a cute thing. It was I think $24. All of their colors, and then they sent me just a tube of lip balm. Lip balm is okay. So they just give you a little sample and they tell you what it is on the back. Let's try it. Blue Jeans. That's a fun name, Blue Jeans. That's Blue Jeans. I feel like I'm gonna like Blue Jeans the most. I don't know why, but the other ones, I don't know. Yeah, I would never do my lipstick with a brush. Feels moisturizing, I guess. I mean, it feels like any lipstick, honestly. It does. But that's a pretty color. Do we like? Chateau. This is Chateau. So just a lighter color. Okay, that's Chateau. I like the other one better. What was the other one called? Blue Jeans. I liked that one better. Definitely more like an everyday nude. This is called Truest. Last one here is Truest. Definitely a more plummy color. Okay, so that's Truest. It's definitely a more vibrant color. Like I would wear this more in the evening with a more done up look, I think. It's pretty. And they are comfortable, like they feel comfortable on. Pamela. Okay, this one's Pamela. This one's more berry looking. This one's got a bit of brown to it. I think that's why I like Blue Jeans. Okay, so that's Pamela. Just an everyday look. I like that one. The last one is called Chiltern. I think that's how you call it, or Chiltern. And it is definitely a red. Okay, it's definitely going to be out of my comfort zone. Okay, this is definitely out of my comfort zone, and I don't like the color at all. I feel like I have it everywhere, which I do. I have it everywhere. You just see, oh my heart. It's a color that I think doesn't make my teeth look white. I don't know, you tell me. Some reds can make your teeth look white and some do not. No, I would never wear this. I feel like my lips are entering the room before I do. We're gonna go back to blue jeans. The foundation, right now I'm not extremely impressed. I just don't think it sits on my face nicely, but I will follow up. Right now, what I used this for is under the eye. I definitely wasn't really that impressed with it. I don't know. I'm gonna try this again with like a bronzer or a liquid blush and see if I really like it. And again, speed review. This, I think I'd just rather use a sponge. I kind of like how it all goes on better. I didn't see any major difference between how much was used from my brush to this. I definitely think there's something to be said that a dampened sponge will absorb a lot more of your makeup than something like this or a brush. But I also think that there's something to this dampness of the sponge and how it flows on your face and how it looks in the long run. But I will definitely keep using this, see if different kinds of thickness of foundation, maybe it'll work better with certain kinds. So again, I'll follow up. I like the mascara. Right now I like it. We'll see how, does it last, does it flake, does it smudge, all of those things. And yeah, right now I like this. The powder, right now I like it. Again, I need to try this in the winter. We'll have to revisit this like in February. This is a no-go. I loved this blush. I mean, I just think that is a beautiful blush. Love it. So definitely excited to keep trying this. Lastly, and I will get to that announcement, I think this is such a fun way of trying different kinds of lipsticks. I wish more companies would do it this way. Now, do you get the experience of how their lipstick works in a tube? No. But you at least can try, I'm getting it all over. I feel like I have lipstick everywhere. You at least can try the different colors to see which one would work for you. Definitely not a low-priced product. But if you find the product that works for you and you really want clean ingredients that are plant-derived, with no chemicals, and just a company that really cares about that, you might want to try this. Okay, on to my announcement. I'm so excited. Yes, I know. I waited till the end of the video to tell you this, but I just wanted to have makeup on. I started a second channel. Actually, I started it with my very good friend, Kari. As many of you know, I love to go bike riding, and I've been bike riding a lot with my husband, but I've also been bike riding a lot with my friend Kari. Kari was considering starting a channel about bike riding, but didn't really want to start it on her own. We love to go on trails more than bike riding and roads and things. We'd much rather go on a trail. So how it kind of started was my husband had found a new trail near us, and it's actually near Philadelphia. As we're driving to the trail, I'm saying to him, well, is there a washroom to use? And he's like, I don't know. And then he had a hard time finding the parking because there was just not a lot of information about the trail. I'm like, well, is it easy? Are there hills? Is there any place we can stop to get lunch along the way? There was all these questions and he just kept going, I don't know. I don't know. It was just so confusing. And I'm bike riding and I'm like, this is what we need to do. This is the thing that we need to do as a channel. So I literally called Kari as I'm riding my bike. Obviously I used voice. I didn't hold my phone as I'm riding my bike. And I'm like, Kari, I have an idea. Let's do a channel where we review, and not actually review, but just tell all the details about a trail, all the different places you can park. Is it easy? Is it family friendly? Could you take a pet trailer behind you or a kid, or put your kids in a trailer behind you? Is there places to stop to get coffee or ice cream or a meal or just snacks or water? Is there bathrooms? Is there any hills? Is it e-bike friendly? It just the details about that one trail. And then we could also do like a virtual ride of the trail itself. Just ride it and people can see it. So that's what we did. And Kari came up with the name Gear Up, Let's Go. Shockingly, that was not taken. We launched it a couple weeks ago. The videos that are the short ones, literally under 5 minutes long. It's fast, fast, fast. It's get in, find the information, and don't tell anything else. And then for those who just really want to see the trail, they can watch the virtual ride, and that's all put to music, or you can mute our music and put your own music on it. A few have told us that they get on their Peloton or something like it.
Crash down to the real world now. I told you, you have my heart.
Put that in front of them, and they use their own music or they use ours and just ride, and they feel like they're on the trail with us. And we do speed it up a bit, because some of these, I mean, there's a couple that are over 20 miles long, but some of them are only 7 miles long. But it's been so fun. So I will link our channel below, and I will link one of our videos at the end of this video, so you can go see that. And I would, as a favor to me, I would so appreciate it if you would share it to people who you know who love trail riding. I know it's very particular to our area. It's obviously, I live in Pennsylvania, but we will extend out. Kari actually went to, I think, Idaho, and did the Trail of Coeur d'Alene Trail, something like that, and she did that. So if we go on vacation, we do trails, we do the same thing. So it will obviously expand, but if you would do us a favor, share it with people who love to go bike riding. So that's my little announcement. We started a channel. Yay! I will hopefully see you in this one, which is the biking video. It's under 5 minutes. Or I will see you in one of these, which is another get ready with me trying some new products. So I'll see you in one of those. God bless.